What's up, beautiful houseplant friends? How are you? Let me know in the comments below how you are doing with everything going on right now or just in your life, exciting news and things like that. Before I get started with this video, obviously if you are not subscribed to my channel, you can support my channel by hitting that subscribe button down below and liking this video. Today we are going to be doing a houseplant office tour. Many of you know I got my dream job, so I will be working from home here in the next few weeks. So I designed a little at-home office, and of course it has plants in it. So I want to show you all what plants I have in there, where I put them and things like that, and just show you my office because it's cute and I'm proud of it. Also, just a forward warning, I do have reptiles in there, so if that freaks anyone out, just to let you know, you will be seeing a tortoise and one bearded dragon. I have two, but I had to take one out for the video because he's crazy. End of story. In the middle of the video as well, I will be doing a review on a humidifier I received from WIEKURT. A lot of people talk about the Levoit humidifiers and things like that, so I figured I would try out another company just to see how everything goes, just in case anyone wants another option other than Levoit and things like that. So anyway, we will be doing all of that in today's video, so let's get started. Okay, so walking into my office, we have this whole little section right here, my reptiles, and this thing, and then you have my desk. Okay, let's start in this corner. That's actually a memorial bear for my mom who passed away, so that's why I have stuffed animals in here, and she gave me that one and my sister gave me those two. It just makes me happy, and this is my personal like happy space, so whatever makes me happy I put in here, so those are there. Okay, we're gonna start up here with this golden pothos. Don't mind the fungus gnat trap up in there, but of course I have a pothos in here because they thrive in low light, but I have really been liking pothos lately because they're just so beautiful. I know these plants are very common, and I think that's a lot of the reason why they're underrated in the houseplant community. They have great variegation and they're super easy to care for. They look great anywhere, so definitely my #1 beginner plant, but also just if you want hanging plants, I would highly recommend a golden pothos, of course. And I just have it hanging there from the ceiling. Right here is a Ripsalis. Let's get some close-ups. It is a little bit difficult to get some close-ups on this plant just because the lighting, but as you can see, it does have that really beautiful geometrical shape to it. I actually had this in a window that I think was burning the ends and burning off the new growth, so I realized the sun was a little too harsh and I moved it into a low light condition. As you can see, we have some beautiful new growth up there. Sorry about the lighting, but this plant is really super gorgeous. I love the shape of it and just everything about this. I really have been falling in love with Ripsalis lately. Okay, let's move down here. Open the window a little bit so you can see. You'll notice I have a whole bunch of fairy garden things in here because I had a fairy garden. I dismantled it because it did not match with the room, but I decided to put all of the fairy garden stuff in my little plants just to see how it looked, and I actually really like it. Like I said, this is my happy space, so I just kind of do whatever makes me happy in here. This is the gorgeous Begonia Lucerna. Look at those leaves. That variegation is just so subtle and beautiful to me. This plant is really just amazing. Look at that leaf. I love everything about this plant. The shape of it, the variegation, everything. And if you notice, it does have that beautiful red to the underside of the leaves, which if you know anything about me, you know that I absolutely freaking love red undersides to the leaves. So anyway, Begonia Lucerna is so beautiful. And right here we have a Paelia Glauca. The leaves are so tiny, it's gonna be very hard to get a close-up on this. Let me try. Okay, so as you can see, these leaves are a silvery green color, and it's just so cute to me, especially right up against this red stem. I love how it makes the leaves pop. And also, can we just talk about how freaking cute it is? Now these, of course, all of these are low light plants. They are gonna want maybe morning sun and bright and direct light throughout the day. So that's why I have them here. Now this plant is the Macotes Petola. I could not get this thing to grow at all for the life of me. I tried everything and I realized that it just really thrives in very, very low light conditions. And I of course want to get some close-ups on the venation. It really does remind me of lightning strikes. I mean, this plant is amazing just in general. So if you do have a very, very low light condition, you have about 55 to 60% humidity, I would say you could definitely keep this plant in those conditions. I have this in 55 to 60% humidity and it is thriving. So, okay, we'll move on to this little guy. So this little cutie is my variegated Peperomia Capparada. I absolutely love this plant. I love how the petioles are pink and it's just the cutest thing. And the variegation is very, very mixed green with white, and I just think that's super cute. And of course I have this cute little bee in there just because. So very simple plant and extremely low light conditions. It really loves that. Okay, we'll move over here to these guys. They kind of hide. This is my Ludicea discolor, so it's more commonly known as the jewel orchid. Now, these do have striking venation as well, so I have 2 jewel orchids over here, and this is the more common one, I would say. So this plant really does have the same care as the Macotes, I would say. Very, very beautiful, and the venation is stunning. I love this plant. Look how cute it is. And of course I have a neon philodendron over here. These seriously thrive in low light. They just absolutely love it. And I really wanted a pop of color in here, so that's why I decided to put this here. Over here I have some crystals and just some more fairy garden stuff. Okay, we'll move right here to this traditional snake plant, Sansevieria trifasciata. If you notice down here, I have a little fairy garden vibe going to it. Anyway, yes, crystal right there, and this, oh my gosh, if you can't recognize this, this is Tyler Thrasher's book, Grow-A-Dam, and I cannot recommend this book enough. If you can just see how beautiful this book is. Look at how well printed that is. I love Tyler Thrasher's art in general. He's just really, really talented. So I will put a link to his website in the description below if you're interested in buying one. I would really, really recommend this book. It's amazing. Super cool. Not sponsored, obviously. I really like his work a lot. So okay, over here we have a Dracaena marginata. Okay, just for a different angle, these plants are very sensitive to harsh light. So just if you want one, just be wary that the leaves will burn very easily. I'm gonna get a close-up of the stem just because I think it's a really cool plant. Yes, I have a little ladybug there, but as you can see, the stem is really cute. So it kind of almost reminds me of like a palm tree. And this is a very common plant that I also think is underrated. Okay, let's finally talk about the WIEKURT Humidifier. I'm gonna rest my camera here. So WIEKURT reached out to me and said that they had a humidifier they would like me to do an honest review for. They didn't give me a time limit or anything like that. They're just really an awesome company, in my experience, of course, but the first humidifier that I got, it was having an issue bringing the water from this big tank down into the little tank. So I had to, reach out and say, hey, there's an issue with this. And they sent me one immediately. Now, in my experience, they do have good customer service and a great return policy. So if anything were to go wrong like that, obviously they would take care of you. But so let's talk about the features a little bit. Okay, so as you can see, they do have touch buttons up here. They have the humidity. You can set it to a specific humidity and it'll turn off once it reaches that humidity. Of course, they have a timer. They have the on and off button. We all know that's there. And the mist level, they have 3 levels. So they have a low, medium, and high. And then this is my favorite part. They have a UV light that sterilizes the water in that bottom tank I was talking about, as well as the anion feature, which allows the mist to actually stick to dust and debris in the air and bring it to the floor. Now, it does come with a remote, so it has all of the same buttons as you see on that little screen there. So let's go ahead and turn it on. So here is the high setting. So typically in here, I keep the mist level at a low. The low setting is a little bit too much for me still, because this is a small space I'm working with, and this humidifier specifically is more for larger spaces. Now, if I have this setting on low, it will last, with a full tank, it'll last about 24 hours. Now, one thing I will say is that they do have an app that you can use, but as far as I'm concerned, I could not connect mine to the app for whatever reason. I'm not 100% sure. I did reach out to them and let them know I was having trouble connecting to the app, and they kind of said that the app is through another company. So personally, I'm not going to try that hard because I really am never going to use that. I just simply use the remote control that came with it. I love this thing. When I'm sitting at my desk, I can turn it up, turn it down, whatever I want. And it also has an option to put essential oils at the bottom, which of course I'm not going to use because my reptile is right there, but I was using that feature. Let me show you. Okay, so back here there is a little tray you can pull out, and it has a sponge in there that you can place your essential oil drops on. I took the sponge out because I don't want essential oils in here, and it did have some essential oils, so I did not want that to be in here, but it worked really well. I mean, my whole house smelled like peppermint, so I would say that is a really cool feature about this. So overall, I do like the product. Of course, the app was an issue, and I do wish that you could close off that hole a little bit more. But other than that, it is a great product, especially for larger spaces. So if you are on the hunt for a new humidifier, of course, everything will be linked in the description below. They do sell them on Amazon and on their website. So of course, I'll put both of those in the description below. So I love the look of this humidifier. I like how sleek it looks. I'm not a fan of the boxy humidifiers. I think they take up too much space and they just don't fit my style, but I also like that digital screen on the front. That's really cool to me. So really great product. Let me know if you have any questions about it. I will happily answer them for you. We will move on to the other side of the office now. Okay, before we move on, I do want to show you Todd. Here's my tortoise. He is the cutest, sweetest little baby. And then up here is one of my bearded dragons. The other one, as I mentioned, is crazy, so definitely not going to show him. Okay, up here is Leo. Obviously, he uses this every single day. It's torn up, but there he is. Okay, back to the plants. So here is my desk. I love this desk so freaking much. It's very simple and really sturdy. In this corner, we have my beautiful ZZ plant that I just featured in, I think, my last video. This plant is perfect because obviously I have like a pink, gray, and black vibe going on in here. Here is my laptop. As you can see, there are lots of stickers. Just a sneak peek, but I will have plant stickers coming very, very soon. Okay, right here we have the Ming fern, which is the Asparagus retrofractus. This plant is actually not a fern at all though. Even though it's known as the Ming fern, this is in the lily family. It's so beautiful. It just really makes this space very relaxing. Okay, right down here, I do have a little essential oil thing. It has some lavender in it and rose petals, and I just sprinkle essential oils around there with my crystals. Just adds to the very calm vibes in here. And right here is my string of hearts. Let me get a different angle. So here's the string of hearts, and it's just draping on this cute little desk I have over here. Now I have my grow lights here because this window over there does absolutely nothing for these plants way over here. Now my ZZ plant does kind of get a little bit of light, but I also put it out in my living room about 4 times a week just to get more light. Right here we have my Sansevieria Cleopatra, and it has grown a lot since my Sansevieria video. I love this plant so much, so I had to put it in here because it makes me really happy. Right here is a beautiful, teeny little Philodendron Grazielle cutting that Marina from Millennial Planter gave me, and I'm just waiting for it to pop up some new growth. I have a crystal in there just because it looks pretty. And here is my Sansevieria Pinguincula. Now this is the one that has that bluish silver hue to it. I absolutely love that plant. It's very unique. And then of course, my twins over here, this is the Sansevieria Golden Honii. I really put this plant here because I wanted a pop of color in this corner. And then down here is the Sansevieria Fisherii Singularis, which has actually grown a lot since my Sansevieria video too. I think it really does, I think these plants really like these grow lights right above them because they've actually grown a lot since I put them in this office. Now right here is the Sansevieria Ehrenbergii. I never can say that right, but it's the Sansevieria Samurai. It's super cute, and I love the pot that it's in. Those unique, antique looking pots are just my favorite. Okay, and down here we have a Sansevieria Dwarf Milkado. It's really cute. I love this tiny pot. All right, everyone, so that is it. I did not film an outro for this video, but I hope you liked my tour. That is it. Don't forget to like this video if you like it, subscribe if you are not subscribed, and I look forward to seeing you in my next one. Bye.